Now, sit with your feet together in Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Same thing, you know, making sure your sitting bones are grounded and that you can sit up nice and tall. You can place your hands on the knees, or I was holding on to the tops of my feet, bringing my toes together, so you can sit like that as well if you want. And just go ahead and close your eyes. Just take a few minutes here to breathe, settle into your breath, breathing deeply and fully. I want you to really expand the breath into the belly and then all the way up to the crown, hold it and then exhale fully. So really get the belly to expand, loosening up. Drawing the navel in and up on the exhalation. Big inhale, expanding your belly, letting the air pull up. Just a few more breaths here. And you can open your eyes. Take the right hand to the floor. Take an inhale, bring the left arm up, and exhale. Go into a side bend. Stay in the side bend for a full breath in and out. Then inhale to pick yourself up to center. Exhale, release the left fingertips to the ground. Inhale, bring the right arm up, and exhale over to your left. And then inhale back up to center. Exhale to release. Just move into a twist. Taking the left hand to the right knee, and the right hand behind you. Take your in breath and exhale, move into your twist. Take a big inhale, exhale back to center. Changing sides, inhale and exhale, twist. Another in breath and exhale, come back to center. Go ahead and come onto your back and bring your knees into your chest. Rocco has joined me today. We'll see how long he lasts. So with both knees into the chest, give yourself a nice big squeeze. And release, keeping the right knee into the chest. Go ahead and extend your left leg fully along the mat, flexing your ankle, spreading your toes and pushing the back of the thigh and the calf muscle into the ground. Bring the right knee in, clasping both hands to the back of the thigh. Relax through the shoulders and neck. And now very slowly extend your right foot up to the ceiling and spreading the toes here, flexing the ankle the same. You can take the hands to the calf muscle or keep it to the back of the thigh. I want you to press the back of the thigh into the palms and start to roll the sitting bones towards me so you feel the lower back lift off of your mat and that flat part of your spine, your sacrum, getting heavy on the mat. So the way your foot is now, your right leg is now in this position here, the deflection of the ankle, spreading of the toes, and you can see that definitive line on the right side of your foot. That is what you want to be pressing into or pushing into the ground when you come into your side plank. It needs to be a very active and strong foot. That's your foundation, that blade side edge of your foot. Take your left hand away from you and plant the palm into the earth to give you some stability. Take an inhale here, and on the exhalation, bring your right leg over to your right. You can also choose to bend your knee here and hold on to just below the knee, or you can keep the leg straight, holding on to the just above the ankle. Or if you can grab the big toe comfortably, you can go ahead and grab the big toe. Try for the big toe, grab. If not, get your strap and see how that feels. This is where your hand and foot will connect in your side plank, your Vashistasana. Keeping the shoulder blades on the back of the rib cage. Take an inhale. On the exhalation, slowly bring the leg back up to center. Pause here for a moment. And then release. Right leg all the way down. Let that sit for a moment. And then go ahead and bring your left knee. Anchor down through the right leg. And the same way, the leg that's going to be extended up to the ceiling and the hand that's holding on to that foot needs to be active. The one, as we're lying down and the leg is down on the ground, you want that one to be active too. So both, whether they're in the air or on the ground, both of them need to be equally as engaged. Clasping the hands to the back of the left thigh now and extending the left foot up to the ceiling. Pressing the back of the thigh into the palms. Moving the sitting bones towards me, creating that space between your lower back and your mat. Feel how all of your muscles are hugging to the bone to keep you stable here, even though you're lying down and have the support of the earth beneath you. You want to be able to hold yourself up. Take the right hand away. Press the hand to the floor. Either grab a hold of your big toe or the ankle or the shin. Take an inhale, and on the exhalation, slowly, so round down through the right side as you move the left leg over to the left. And if you're as fortunate as I am right now, you can rest your foot up against the wall or maybe your couch or something's nearby. But try not to let the right hip lift up off of the mat. Keep the right hip and the buttocks down on your mat. Take an inhale, and on your exhalation, bring the left leg back to center. Bring both knees back into the chest. Big hug. And now extend both feet now, or reach both feet up towards the ceiling. Keep the legs together and keep the ankles flexed. I really want you to dive in and dial in to this flexion action happening at the ankle and really feeling the entire foot being active, toes spreading. Take the hands into Kali Mudra, sit interlace the fingers, accept the index. Now your chin, bring your head and shoulders up. Take a big breath in, lower the arms above the head, lower the legs. Don't have to go too low. And on the exhale, you're going to turn the toes towards the right, and you're going to bring the arms over to the left. So you can always look at me if you're not sure. You're bringing the legs back up to meet. Inhale, lower, come back to center. On the exhale, twist, and come up and meet. Inhale, lower, back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lower, and exhale, twist. Let's keep going for 8 more reps. Keep the legs active, keep squeezing them together. Keep the ankles flexed, toes spread. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come back to center. Hold the semi-hollow hold here. Straighten the legs. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Head and shoulders down, knees into chest. Cross at the ankles. Take a big breath in. Exhale, roll up to boat pose. Keeping the ankles crossed. Hands to the back of the head. 8 twists here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change to cross. Another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Come back to center. Pull the heels in close to the bum and roll over your shins onto your hands and knees. If you need to take a moment in child's pose or maybe even a downward dog, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, moving into your cat-cow. Fingers spread wide, wrists underneath shoulders or a little bit further forward, knees underneath hips or a little bit further back. Take your inhale, lift your sitting bones, lift your heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat. Couple more each way. Come back to center. Turn your fingers out to the sides so the wrists are facing in, and just gently shift your body from side to side. Good. Come back to center. Turn the fingers to the, what do you call those things? Knees. So remember, say if the fingers cannot reach directly to the knees, do one hand at a time and just shift your body weight in the direction that your fingers are pointing in. But if you're getting the fingers to point to the knees, try to keep the heel of your hand down as much as possible, and without bending the elbows, just move the hips back towards your heels. Any amount here will do. I don't expect your butt to touch your heels and the heel of the hand still to stay down. I just want you to stretch the forearms and the wrists and just open them up. And then slowly come back. Try to lift the thumbs up. Move them around. Try to lift the index finger up. Wiggle it around. Middle finger. Ring finger. Last little finger. And then slowly peel the hands off one at a time. Take the hands underneath the knees. You can do one at a time. So the palms are facing up. And just roll the knee around in the palm. Good. And then on the other side, get the knee right up to the crease and just move it around just to massage out the wrist joint. Good. And come back. All right. So from here, untuck your toes and sit back into extended child's pose. And like we did last week, bring the arms along the side of the body. Make your fist, so curl your forefingers in. Wrap the thumb around the forefingers and then curl your fist in towards your forearms. Release. Move right into your modified half series. So arms out in front of you, arms are super long. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, extended child's pose. 2 more. Last one. When you come back up to plank, kickstand the right leg and move right into a modified side plank. Pick the left leg up, bend the knee, grab a hold of the outside of the left ankle. Take an inhale, start to kick into the hand, draw the left shoulder blade back. And look up towards the ceiling. Slowly release the bind, but sweep the left foot to the top of the mat, coming into a low lunge. Bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot, walk the left foot out to the edge, and then pick up the toes, pivot on the heel, opening up the hip into a low lizard lunge. Lift the chest up. Shift your hips back into a lizard half split. Walk your hands over to your right. Your left knee can have a bend and it doesn't have to be absolutely straight. Mine isn't. Walk the hands back to center, shift forward, and come back to extended child's pose. So we'll do that again on the second side. Inhale, come forward into a kneeling plank. Exhale into your chaturanga. Inhale, press up to the plank and right into your modified side plank. Good. Pick up the right leg, bend the knee, grab a hold of the ankle. Kick into the hand on the inhalation, draw the right shoulder blade back and down. And see if you can look up towards the ceiling. Connect to the palm, the top of the left foot. Big inhale on the exhalation, step the right foot way to the top. And as you're stepping it forward, kickstand the left foot back in place. Bring the right hand on the inside of the right leg. Pick up your toes, move from the hip to open up to the right, sink into your lizard. I say sink into it, but I don't want you to collapse. I still want you to be connected, so you're still drawing the belly in and up, still hugging into your midline. You can be on your fingertips if it's too much to be on the palms. If your left toes aren't curled like mine weren't, curl them now and shift your hips back into your lizard half split and walk your hands off to the left of your mat. Draw the right hip back. Take an inhale, release, walk the hands back to center, and you're going to come up onto the fingertips. I want you to shift the hips forward, and you're going to step your left foot forward into Malasana. Okay, so go ahead, step it forward, and sink into Malasana. Elbows on the inside of the knees, bring the palms into Anjali Mudra. Push the knees out, root down through the pelvis and the feet. Lift your chest and heart up. Hold it here. Navel in. You can inhale, exhale, slowly release into a fold, picking the bum up. Walk the feet into hips distance. Let the head be heavy. Maybe find a little bit of a sway or movement here, or you can stay perfectly still. If you've chosen to find movement, come to absolute stillness now. Ground down through the four corners of your feet. Take an inhale and slowly reverse swan dive all the way up, circling the arms round and up. Bring the palms to meet above the head in prayer. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. If you need a moment to take a sip of water or to wipe your brow, go ahead and do that now before we get into our sun salutations. Making your way back to the top of your mat if you're not fully there. Taking a moment to check your foundation here, the feet. I want you to lift up the toes, spread them, round down to the baby toe, ball of the foot, the big toe, and the heels. Make sure the feet are perfectly parallel to each other, no external rotation happening at the hips. And then relax the toes down and grip the floor with the feet. Take an inhale, circle your arms around and up. On your exhalation, come into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale the right foot to the back of the mat for a lunge. Rest the knee down if you need to. Otherwise, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale into downward facing dog or take extended child's pose. Inhale into plank. Exhale into chaturanga. Inhale, take up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward on the next in-breath. Sweep the arms up. So long inhale. Exhale into your forward fold. Left foot steps forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sit back chair. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, all the air out, keep it out, left foot back. Inhale, rise up, lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping the air out. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale into the forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, three-legged dog with your right leg. Step it forward, keep the left hand planted, take a twist. Right hand to the floor, pick the left arm up, twist. Left hand to the floor, now step it forward into your fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, chair. Good. Inhale, rise up again. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Left foot back, lunge. Down dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Three-legged dog, left leg. Step it forward. Keep your right hand down, pick up the left for your twist. Left hand down, pick up the right for an open twist. Right hand to the floor, step it forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Just pause here for a moment. Letting that sit. Release your right hand by your side. Circle the left arm up. Inhale, grow super long in your spine, and exhale, reach over to your right for a side bend. You can look straight ahead, down to the right, or perhaps up to the ceiling. Inhale up to center. Exhale to release. Changing sides. Inhale, right arm lifts. And exhale over to your left. Making sure that you can still feel your weight equally distributed in the feet. You're not leaning over to your left. And if you feel that happening, just shift some of the weight and ground down through the right leg. Inhale back up to center and exhale to release. Inhale, sweep both arms around and up. Bring the palms to meet, and as you exhale, bring the hands down the center line, release to the floor into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up for three-legged dog. On the exhalation, bring your right knee to your right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Back to the right tricep. Three-legged dog again. Knee to left tricep. Three-legged dog, last one. Step it way to the top of your mat. So make sure your feet are at hips distance. Draw the right hip back. Roll, pick the left inner thigh up, hug into the midline. Bring the fingertips to touch so you can balance or rest on the top of the right thigh for now to bring that into that position. All the tips of the fingers touching. As you inhale, reach that away from you and lift up into a high lunge. Hold it here, ribs in. Bend the left knee a little bit if you feel any compression in your lower back. Inhale, grow long in the spine. Exhale, just reach over to the right a little bit. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, over to the left a little bit. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten out the right knee. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, balancing half moon. Reach to the upper right hand corner. Hop the left foot in a little bit. Rest the fingertips down. Float the left leg up. Flex the left ankle like you did at the beginning of practice. Take the left hand to the left hip. Guide the left hip open. Take an inhale, extend. Exhale, slowly roll the left shoulder and hip onto your right. And as you're doing that, turn the gaze to look forward. Now, if you can, take the left hand up towards the ceiling. Squeeze everything. So contract the abdominals, hug the muscles to the bone, and now extend through the crown fingertips and the sole of your feet. Take a big breath in, exhale, bend the right knee, and slowly come back to warrior two. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into your planks. Exhale into your chaturangas. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg. Left knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left knee, right tricep. Inhale, three-legged. Left knee, left tricep. Moving to the right once again. Inhale, three-legged dog. On the exhale, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Nice long stance here. No wider than hips distance. Come on up. Actually, bring the hands together, first fingertips. So try to bend each finger and get the tips and press them into each other. And then inhale, reach as you lift up. Pull the low belly way in. Imagine you can draw it in so tight the hip bones come together. Take an inhale, lift up, exhale, warrior two. Adjust if you need to. Inhale, straighten out your left knee, exhale into Trikonasana. Triangle pose. If you can grab your big toe comfortably, you can reach for it, or you can keep your hand on the shin, or if you can reach the floor. Inhale, warrior two, exhale, reverse your warrior. Get ready to move into our balancing half moon. On your next inhalation, pass to warrior two, exhale, balancing half moon. So reach to the upper left, walk the right foot in, hand to hip. Float the right leg up, sorry. Take an inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, guide the hip open, draw the right shoulder blade back. And you're gonna turn your head slowly to look straight ahead, in the same direction as the right hip and toes. And remember your side plank foot, so flex the right ankle, spread the toes, push through the ball of the foot and the heel, and now if you can, release the right arm up. Keep drawing the right shoulder blade back. Keep rolling the right hip open. Good. Squeeze everything. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now get ready to move back to warrior two. To bend the left knee. Take a look down to the floor. And carefully rest the right foot down, back up to warrior two. Good job. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. You can choose to rest or flow if you're flowing fine plank. Lower into your chaturanga. Take upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Big breath in, big breath out. Big breath in, big breath out. Two more, big breath in, and exhale fully. Create space between the neck and the shoulders to draw the shoulders away from the air. Last big inhale, and exhale fully. So, inhale, roll forward into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga, hold. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga, hold. Inhale, plank. Downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, plank. Chaturanga, hold. Inhale, plank. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee and open up the hip. Keep opening up the hip, and you're flipping your dog. Pivot on the ball of the foot and come into wild thing. Stay on the tiptoes of the right foot. You're in your side plank leg on the left. Push the hips up. Reach the right arm up. Squeeze the bump to get the hips up. Draw the left shoulder blade back and down. Take an inhale, start to look back to the mat. Place the right hand, bring the right leg up for three-legged dog. Bring the knee into the chest. This time you're going to go into fallen triangle. So bring the knee close into the chest, roll forward into that plank position. Pivot on the ball of the left foot, drop the heel, continue to turn onto the right and extend the right leg out. Side plank foot once again, and push the hips forward, and I'll push the hips up. Bring the left arm up. I want you to really connect to the outer edge of your right foot here. That is your side plank foot. Push down into the earth with the blade side edge of your right foot here. One more inhale and exhale. Place the left hand down. Bring the right foot back up for three-legged dog. And now step it to the top of your mat. Come back to that sphere mudra, finger points together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two. Take an inhale here, exhale, side angle. Right forearm to side, left arm alongside left ear. Inhale up to five-pointed star. Pick up the right toes, pivot on the heel. Feet slightly turn in, so it's a pigeon toe position. Hands to hips. Take an inhale, fill up the back and sides of the rib cage. Draw the navel into the spine as you exhale. Inhale, breathe into the rib cage once again. This time with the exhalation, hinge at your hips and come into a fold. Release your fingertips to the floor. Inhale, come into a nice long spine. Exhale, I want you to walk to the front of the mat, coming into a low lunge. So pivot on the respective ball and foot of the heel. Bring the left knee down for a moment. From here, you're going to step into hand to big toe pose. So you're like, what? So from here, come up onto the fingertips. Lift the left knee off. Step the left foot forward. Grab the foot. Stand up. Grab the big toe of the foot. Reach the right arm up. On the exhalation, bring the right arm out to the side. Bring your left leg out to the left. Here you are in your side plank, standing. Slowly bring the left leg back to the front. Release into a lunge, downward facing dog. Yep, that was a mouthful. Take the vinyasa or rest. If you're flowing, find plank. Lower into chaturanga. Take upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you need a fiber, take a fiber. Take a sip of water, wipe your brow. We're nearly there. Doing great. Good. Come back into downward facing dog. We've got those chaturanga holds to do again. Feet at hips distance, arms at shoulder width or a little bit wider. And you can always put your knees down for these holds if it's easier. Don't be afraid to take the modification. I think I might, we'll see. From your downward facing dog, roll forward into plank. Shift forward slightly, chaturanga, hold, press up to plank, downward facing dog. 2 more. Shift forward into plank. Chaturanga, hold, press up, downward facing dog. Just did it modified, it was just as challenging. Shift forward into plank, rest the knees, hold chaturanga, press up, left leg lifts, 3-legged dog, bend the knee, open up the hip. Keep opening up the hip and come into your wild thing. Make sure you've got your side plank foot on the right leg. Push the hips up, squeeze the butt. Extend the left fingertips up to the ceiling and look up towards your left thumb. Take the left hand to the mat, pick the left leg up, bring the knee into the chest. Drop the right heel, start to turn the body, rolling it onto the left. Extend the left foot out, side plank leg and foot, push the hips forward, and then lift them up towards the ceiling. Strong, strong left leg, as if you were standing on it. Right hand to the mat, left leg to the side. Step it forward. Fingertips meet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior 2. Take an inhale here, left forearm to left thigh. Exhale into your side angle. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, hands to hips. Turn the toes slightly in. Inhale, breathe into the sides and back of the rib cage. Exhale, draw the navel into the spine. Inhale into the rib cage once again. And exhale, hinge at your hips, come into your fold. Release your fingertips to the floor. The shoulders have rolled up towards the ears. Draw them back, keeping the neck nice and long and free of tension. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Rest the right knee down. Get ready to move into your standing hand to big toe pose. So break it down, take it slow. You can step the right foot forward first. Grab a hold of the big toe, lock your shoulder in. And at the same time, you're going to shift the weight into the left leg, keep the knee bent, suck everything in, squeeze, and slowly lift up. You're not lifting the leg up, the leg is coming up with the arm. Extend the left arm out, straighten out the right leg, any amount. Take an inhale here, exhale, open it out to your right. Left arm moves to the left. Good. Come back to the front, bend the knee, go back down the same way you entered. Press the right toes down, downward facing dog. Take your vinyasa or rest. Stay here for 5 inhales and exhales. You can choose to take them in child's pose or staying downward dog, up to you. Take a big breath in. 2, 3, 4, hold it. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right, ladies, our big pose is coming up. So one last inhale and exhale here. So make your way back into downward dog if you took your break in child's pose. Inhale, sweep your right leg up for 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it to the top of the mat by your hand. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up, bring the palms to meet in prayer above the head. And now bring them down to the center line, to the heart. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, hinge at the hips and start to twist over to your right, hooking the elbow on the outside of your thigh. Push the thigh. See, when you do this, the knee might give in, but keep pushing the knee out so it stays over the heel. Pick the left inner thigh up. Take an inhale, extend through the crown of your head. On the exhale, draw the navel into the spine. Press the right palm into the left, right shoulder blade back and down to move into your twist. Maybe you can look up towards the ceiling. Nice. Oops. Take an inhale. On the exhale, untwist, pivot, drop the back heel, warrior 2. So this is where your side plank is coming up. You can stack your feet, or you can stagger them. Regardless of which option you take, the ankles are flexed and you're pressing into the blade side edges of your feet. Whichever foot is down, you're making sure whether it's the inside or the outside. So take your inhale, exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Pivot on the ball, pick up the back heel and turn. So you're on the blade side edge of the left foot. Sweep the right leg back, either in front or stack it on top of the left. Push the hips up. Look up at your right thumb if you can. You should not be on the soles of your feet at all. Flex the ankles, push into the edges of your feet. From here, pick the right knee up, grab the foot. I'm waiting on you. Come on. Chop, chop. Step the right foot back to the top of the mat. Yep. You got it. Hop the left foot and drop the heel. Toe slightly turn out. Warrior 1. Come on up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hold your warrior 1. Push down into the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, straighten out the right knee, pick up the left heel, turn the toes forward, and fold into pyramid long stance. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, up and back. Downward facing dog. Good stuff. Whew. Lottie, lottie. Left leg lifts. Step it to the top of the mat. Come on up, bring the hands above the head in prayer. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down the center line here. Inhale, roll long. Exhale, hinge at the hips and bring the right elbow across and rest it on the outside of the left thigh. Draw the left hip back, pick the right inner thigh up, rolling the right hip forward. As you twist, take an inhale. Exhale, draw the navel in, push the left palm down into the right. Draw your left shoulder blade back and slide it down towards your hips. And look up towards the ceiling. Keep hugging into the midline. Strong back leg, squeeze. Take an inhale, exhale, release into warrior two. I'm going to watch you this time. Keep breathing. So get ready, take your inhale. Cartwheel yourself down to the mat into that low lunge position. Pick up the back heel. Now pivot on the ball of the back foot, drop the heel. You're on the outside edge of the foot. Sweep your left leg back. Either stack or staggered, but flex both ankles strongly, spread the toes. And now press the hips up. Push them up and forward, so you're not sticking the bum out to the long side of the mat, but moving the pelvis forward. And maybe turn the head to look up. Good. Pick up the left knee. You can hold it by the shin, or you can hold it by the big toes. And step it to the top of your mat. Good. Once you get the left foot back to the top of the mat, hop the right foot in a little bit, drop the heel, turning your toes slightly outward, warrior one. So the right hip is rolling forward as the left hip is drawing back. Inhale, straighten out the left knee, pick up the right heel, turn the toes all the way forward. Exhale, fold. So as you fold, send the hips back, reach the heart forward into your pyramid long stance. And push the right heel down to the mat to stretch the calf muscle. Fold into yourself here. Take an inhale, bend your left knee, roll forward into the low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last vinyasa, inhale, plank. Exhale into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward into a plank. Rest the knees on the ground and come into child's pose. Wide-legged. You can bring the knees as wide as your mat. Let your toes touch. Bum comes back to heels. You can take your arms along the side of your body. Come into that fist just to give your wrist a little stretch. So tuck the four fingers in, wrap the thumbs around, and then roll your fists into each other. So arms along the side of the body makes this a lot more accessible. If you want that stretch for the wrist, of course. So yeah, arms along the side of the body. So you're here. Yeah. 4 fingers. And curl the fist in. when you're ready, you can release that, stretch, and just let your arms be heavy. Just coming into the breath, reconnecting, deep inhales, holding it, and then deep exhales. Take a big breath in. And on your exhalation, just slowly start to roll up. Let your head be the last to come up. And if you're okay to sit like this, come into this position. Otherwise, you can cross your legs. Just interlace your fingers. Oh, after you've wiped the sweat from your eyes. Interlace your fingers, making sure the heel of the hands are connected. You can bring the elbows together too, and just make, if the elbows can't meet, that's okay. We'll just make some figure eights here. And change direction, go slow. Very deliberate with the movement. Good. Release. And just roll them out individually. And then curl the fingers in and flick them out. Good, and then one last time, that same stretch. If your hands can reach, I take it for granted my arms are really long, so this might not work. You might need to come forward. I don't know, but I wanted you to come back to that stretch. So if this one doesn't work, that you do in child's pose, remember the beginning of class, we took the knee to the wrist crease. You can always come there and just give it a little massage. Yeah. Did a lot of work today, extension, my bad. Roll it up. Good, all right. Good, and now just bring the legs around to the front. Good. So keeping your left leg straight, bend your right knee. And then you're going to open it out to the side, supporting your knee if it is far away from the ground with a block or a pillow or a towel. Okay, so we're going into revolve head to knee. I figure with all that twisting and side bending, you should be nice and open to get our fullest expression of this posture. Hashtag here's hoping. Actually, if you're up for it, let's try the variation. So rather than have the knee through external rotation, let's take it into internal rotation instead. And go for this version. Are your knees, if your knees are not going to be comfortable in this position, then go ahead to revert to the other option that you were in. Okay, so I have my toes pointed. I'm not flexed at the ankle on my right leg. Okay, so I'll turn this way so you can see. So this is the position I am in. All right. So left leg, still think of your side plank leg. So you're going to take an inhale. We're going to come into a twist first. So you're going to take the right hand behind you, left hand to the right knee, take an inhale and exhale into a twist here. All right? And again, as with all twists, you want to make sure that you're not rounding the spine. You are staying long in the spine. And it doesn't matter how deep this twist is. Don't forget your left leg. It's easy to forget about it, so make sure it stays active. Spread your toes out. Make sure the knee is pointing up to the ceiling. Take an inhale, reach your left arm up. On the exhale, I want you to turn the left palm to face up and bring the arm on the inside of your left leg and grab a hold of your left foot. The thumb is gonna come across the top, the four fingers across the bottom. Palm should be facing up. Yeah. If you cannot reach the foot, press the back of the hand into which part of the leg you can reach it by the ankle. Okay? Once you've got that, now you're gonna reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Maybe you stay here. Or if you can't, bring the right arm alongside your right ear. And maybe you can reach for the other side of your left foot. Maybe. If you cannot, I don't want you to close the body down to the ground. I want you to keep the chest open and full towards the long side of the mat. So right arm alongside the ear. If you've managed to bind here, you're going to take an inhale. And on the exhalation, you're going to twist a little bit more. Stay where you are if you're happy there. No need to go any further. Get ready to come out of it. Take an inhale, release the right hand. And exhale, slowly, slowly lift up. Ooh, you're gonna need to sneeze. All right, so very carefully, take the right leg around, straighten it out. Take a moment here, and then go ahead and change sides. So now your right leg is your anchor. Turn it again. Okay, root down. Good. Left hand comes behind you, right hand to the left knee. Take an inhale and exhale gently, little twist, moving from the belly up. On your next inhalation, bring the right arm up. Palm is going to stay facing up. And exhale, reach to the right foot. So if you cannot grab it, just take the elbow above the knee and use that elbow there to help you open up the chest. And then take the left arm up to the ceiling, move it alongside your left ear. Focus on your breathing. One more inhale and exhale here. And then inhale, lift the left arm up. And exhale, slowly, slowly, slowly release. Good stuff. Bring both legs around to the front of you once again. Moving slowly and carefully. Just straighten them out. You can grab the knees a little bit, shake the legs gently. Nothing too vigorous. Good. And just check where you are on your mat because you're coming down onto your back now. So just make sure you have enough room for your head once you roll down. Then you're going to slowly roll down. Take an inhale, exhale, roll. Pause here for a moment. Keeping your knees bent. You can take into a nice easy bridge pose, nothing too major, too strenuous. Take your Inhale and exhale, lift the hips and just hold it there. So the hip flexors should feel pretty nice because we just stretched them out in our revolve head to knee variation. And lower the bum back down. You can move your arms out of your way and just walk the feet as wide as the mat and just let the knees come down to the side. It doesn't matter which side you go to. Just an easy little twist. And once you've completed this twist on both sides of the body, if there's one pose that you feel you must do before you finish your practice, whether it's your, I don't know, if you're feeling for a headstand, I don't know, if you want to do a happy baby, or maybe you're ready for Shavasana, it's up to you. Go ahead. Twist to the other side if you haven't done so already. And then choosing your closing pose, your closing asana, or coming right into corpse pose. Remember the option to lie on your side or your belly is always there for you. One foot to each corner of your mat, arms slightly away from your body with your palms facing up. You're going to inhale, imagine you can draw the air from the soles of your feet up to your crown. Hold it. And now exhale. Let it all go. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Soft exhalation through the lips, through the mouth. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Just turning your attention inward, focusing on your breath. Just allowing your body to completely relax for the next few minutes. Beginning to come back to the breath, come back to the body, becoming aware of your surroundings, and gently starting to wake up, finding movement in the fingers or the toes, slowly moving your head from side to side. Taking a big inhale and extend your arms above your head, stretch your body out in two opposite directions. And exhale, side out, let it all go. You can draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a great big hug and squeeze. And then go ahead and release your feet to the floor and make your way onto your side. And just pause there for a brief moment. And then go ahead and come on up and join me in a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to your heart. I want to thank you all so much for sharing your incredible energy with me this morning and trusting me to guide you through your practice today. Be free, be true, and always be. Namaste.